Behind the ironclad doors of Maranello, something borderline magical might be bubbling up. And no, it's not just espresso fumes this time. After weeks of raised eyebrows, constant second-guessing, and enough pressure to turn carbon into diamonds, it looks like Ferrari and Sir Lewis Bloody Hamilton might have cracked the F******ing code. But here's the twist. The breakthrough didn't happen on the racetrack. No. It went down in the simulator, that glorified PlayStation setup where dreams are either born or brutally murdered. Apparently, the SF-25 finally stopped behaving like a drunk shopping cart and started responding like the beast it was always meant to be. Now, this isn't your run-of-the-mill car feels better situation. This kind of leap could flip the entire season on its head. And with Suzuka, that viciously unforgiving roller coaster of a circuit, right around the corner, things could get spicy. If those digital results actually translate onto real-world tarmac, buckle the hell up. Imagine this. Hamilton hops into the cockpit, takes it for a spin, and realizes, wait a damn minute, this thing actually works? If that happens, we're not just talking about a comeback. We might be witnessing the resurrection of Ferrari as a legit title contender and Lewis turning back into the weekly menace we all secretly, or not so secretly, love. And here's the kicker. The data ain't lying. Confidence in the team is growing faster than a rumor in the paddock. All that's left is for the rubber to meet the road in Suzuka and show us what's real and what's just simulator smoke and mirrors. So what do you think? Are we about to see the rise of Ferrari-Hamilton? The glorious era? Is this simulator glow-up the first real step back to podiums, pole positions, and maybe, just maybe, that elusive 8th damn title? Or are we setting ourselves up for another beautiful disaster on one of the world's nastiest circuits? Drop your take in the comments. And hey, if you want front row seats to this wild ride, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on those notifications. 'Cause once the lights go out in Japan, one thing's for sure, shit's about to get real. Hamilton's latest simulator session might have just blown the bloody roof off Ferrari's 2025 plans. And we're not exaggerating. Heading into Japan, it looks like the prancing horse finally stopped prancing like a confused llama and started acting like a proper race car. Here's the deal. Ferrari knew something was royally F*** edition. The SF-25, which on paper looked like a sleek weapon, turned out to be a moody diva. Yeah, it's fast. But only if you keep it perfectly within its ridiculously tight performance window. The second you mess with ride height, especially in the rear, the whole damn car throws a tantrum. Aerodynamic downforce. Poof. Gone. Handling. Say goodbye. It becomes twitchier than a squirrel on Red Bull. We saw this mess crystal clear in Australia and China, where both Hamilton and Leclerc were basically wrestling the thing through corners like it owed them money. Mid to high speed turns? The car was more unstable than a drunk on roller skates. Balance? Inconsistent as hell. Steering feedback? About as clear as mud. But instead of crying into their espresso, the brains at Maranello went full mad scientist mode. Back at Ferrari HQ, the simulator squad, aka the lab rats in fireproof suits, got to work. They went wild, testing over 20 different setups, throwing everything at the wall to see what stuck. They played around with wild suspension geometry at both ends, fiddled with damping rates like a DJ twisting knobs at a rave, and fine-tuned the anti-roll bars and vertical stiffness until the virtual SF-25 started to behave like a proper machine. The mission? Build a car that keeps its damn downforce even when it's pitching, rolling, and doing the mechanical equivalent of a backflip. Because Suzuka isn't just another stop on the calendar. It's a beast. You've got flowing S-curves, brutal elevation changes, and high-speed sections that expose weak setups like a tabloid exposes celebrities. If this simulator breakthrough holds up when the wheels hit the actual track, we might just see Ferrari go from mild disappointment to, holy crap, they're back. And Hamilton, if he straps in and the car actually does what it's told for once, you better believe he'll be right there at the sharp end, gunning for glory, and probably yelling, finally, into the team radio. So yeah, this might just be the start of something big. Or it might be another episode of Ferrari Hopes and Dreams, crushed by reality. Either way, Suzuka's gonna be lit. And here it is, folks, the juicy revelation after days of intense virtual wrenching and digital headbanging. Ferrari now believes they've finally cracked the goddamn code. Yep, they're officially convinced they've found the formula. And no, it's not some bullshit guesswork this time. With Hamilton strapped into the simulator like a caffeinated Jedi behind a glowing wheel, the team saw a huge leap in grip, consistency, and responsiveness. The car wasn't just driving better, it was actually behaving like it had a brain. Ferrari's confidence? Sky high. We're talking, screw Bahrain. We're doing this now, levels of hype. That's right, they've decided to delay a batch of aero updates that were originally earmarked for Bahrain, because they now believe the current mechanical setup, aka the guts of the car, might finally be enough to make this angry red rocket deliver the goods. So, what's actually changing this weekend? Well, get ready. Hamilton's expected to hit the track with a suspension setup that's been poked, prodded, and lovingly cursed at by engineers for days. Front and rear tweaks are designed to tame that wild-ass weight transfer and keep the rear end planted like it owes someone money, whether he's slamming the throttle or stomping the brakes. And it doesn't stop there. Lewis will also be rolling with a slicked-up steering system, one that feeds him juicier live data and gives him tighter control over the hybrid deployment, which, let's be honest, is basically like giving a sniper a better scope. But wait, there's more. Ferrari's also slipping in some behind-the-scenes adjustments to the floor stiffness and airflow management beneath the car. Not full-blown updates, but precise little tweaks, surgical changes, really, based entirely on the nerd magic from the simulator. The idea? Smooth out the airflow through the diffuser and kill off that sudden oversteer that's been screwing up Hamilton's corner exits all damn season. So yeah, the SF25 Hamilton's about to jump into? It's the most fine-tuned, custom-built, pampered version of the car we've seen yet. Ferrari isn't just throwing parts at the problem anymore, they're actually understanding it. Finally! Now let's see if all this simulator sorcery actually translates into some Suzuka domination, or if it ends up as just another overhyped promise from the boys in red. Now here's the bit that really gets the motorsport gossip wheel spinning. Hamilton's reaction to all this behind-the-scenes madness. According to some very chatty folks on the inside, the 7-time world champ isn't just interested, he's fired the hell up. This simulator progress didn't just impress him, it lit a fire under his ass. He's been watching and judging how the team responds to feedback, how quickly they adapt, and how well they're syncing his feel behind the wheel with what's coming out of the simulator. And from what we hear, Lewis has officially flipped the switch. For him, Suzuka is no longer about surviving the chaos. It's not about damage control or hanging on by a thread. It's a weekend of pure opportunity. And let's be real, give Lewis Hamilton a sniff of momentum, and he'll ride that wave like a damn tsunami. The man is a rhythm monster. Once the car starts dancing to his beat, and right now, it looks like Ferrari's finally giving him the instrument he's been screaming for, you better watch the hell out. But hold your horses. This doesn't mean he's about to steamroll the grid just yet. Suzuka ain't no stroll in the park. That track will chew you up and spit you out if your setup is even slightly off. One hair out of place on the balance sheet and your lap time goes straight into the bin. Oh, and tire wear. Brutal. We're talking, why did I even bother showing up, levels of degradation. Still, the simulator numbers don't lie. If all the simulator voodoo turns into real on-track speed, we might just be looking at a full-blown reshuffle in the pecking order this weekend. And let's not ignore the bigger picture here, the political fireworks this could set off. If Hamilton delivers in Japan, everything inside Ferrari shifts. The momentum tilts his way. The media spins the championship narrative around him. And even the relationship with poor Charles Leclerc might get a little awkward. Because guess what? If the simulator-backed setup changes work, and Lewis starts pulling results, Ferrari's future development roadmap might start leaning toward his style. And let's not forget, Bahrain is just around the corner with a hefty aero upgrade package, and Miami's packing an even juicier one. So, if Japan turns out to be a banger for Hamilton, boom, you're looking at the perfect launchpad for a full-on season takeover. What we're seeing right now. Yeah, this might not just be Ferrari reacting to a couple of bad weekends. This could be the first flicker of something way deeper, like a full-blown philosophical makeover at Maranello. Let's be real. For years, Ferrari has been known as the stubborn grandpa of Formula One, allergic to change, obsessed with playing it safe, and about as responsive to feedback as a brick wall. Strategy calls? Safe. Reactions to on-track chaos? Sluggish. Feedback loops? Practically non-existent. But this simulator breakthrough? It smells like something very different. We're talking about a team that suddenly looks like it's learning to move at the speed of F***ing light star. They're adapting. They're tweaking. They're actually listening to their drivers for once. And when you run 20 different setup variations in under 2 weeks, that's not just dedication, my friend. That's straight-up obsession. And in Formula One, obsession, the kind that keeps engineers awake at 3 a.m. whispering to their CAD software, that's usually how the magic happens. This isn't just a small step forward. This could be the damn blueprint for winning again. Because in F1, being fast isn't enough. Tons of teams are fast. The real champions? They're the ones who sniff out problems before anyone else even notices there is a problem. And then fix that shit fast. And if Ferraris really crack the code on how the SF25 behaves, if they've truly figured out how to tune it on the fly, then Suzuka isn't just a shot at redemption. It might be the launch sequence for a full-on comeback story. And for Hamilton, this is a turning point. Like, tattoo this date on the wall kind of moment. Because it's not just about the simulator numbers or the suspension tweaks. It's about the feeling. The feeling that the team's got his back. That when he says, "This car feels like crap here," someone actually listens instead of nodding politely and doing nothing. It's about knowing the engineers are pulling all-nighters just to make his setup feel right. It's about realizing that Ferrari isn't just giving him a car, they're giving him his car. This isn't just a story about racing anymore. It's about trust. It's about evolution. And maybe, just maybe, it's about Ferrari finally pulling its legendary head out of its ass and stepping into the present day. Suzuka might be the first real test. But if the signs are right, it could also be the spark that reignites everything. Everything bloody matters now. Every tweak, every lap, every damn vibe inside that garage. And while the media circus keeps spinning its skeptical bullshit, poking around with questions and whispering doubts like drunk uncles at a wedding, what Lewis Hamilton really needs right now is simple. Clarity, connection, and unshakable belief in the fire-breathing machine under his ass. And guess what? This simulator grind might just be the foundation that rebuilds that belief, brick by data-driven brick. But let's not skip over the setting, because Suzuka isn't your average cookie-cutter racetrack. This place? This is a goddamn samurai dojo. It's a driver's circuit through and through, a high-speed ballet where balance, rhythm, and confidence matter more than raw horsepower. If the SF25 can stay hooked through those evil S-curves, if Lewis can trust the rear end through spoon without clenching every muscle in his body, and keep that thing planted at 130 or without whispering a prayer to the racing gods, then holy hell, we might just be in for something special. Because when Hamilton feels in sync with the car, when it dances the way he wants, there are very few in this sport who can match the sheer, relentless performance he delivers over a race distance. The guy turns into a goddamn time-bending monster. But, and here's the brutal poetry of Formula One, none of this gets decided in cozy simulators or sexy spreadsheets. This sport isn't one in theory. It's one when the lights go out, when rubber hits the road, and when your setup either sings or self-destructs. The data might look glorious right now, full of hope and potential. But until that green light hits and the laps start counting in Japan, it's all just talk. What really matters? Whether that theoretical progress shows up on the timing screens. Whether it delivers quali pace. Whether the damn car holds its own across 53 unforgiving laps on Sunday. This is where it all gets tested. The sweat. The sleepless nights. The obsessive tweaking. The gut belief. And now, we hand it off to you. The fans. The lifeblood of this wild sport. The people who live and breathe F1 with the same crazy intensity as the folks in the paddock. So what do you think? Are Hamilton and Ferrari turning the ship around? Or is this just another case of simulator dreams getting curb-stomped by reality? Are we standing at the dawn of something legendary? Or is Suzuka about to deliver another gut punch lesson in just how cruel this sport can be? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We need to hear from you. And if you dig these deep dive breakdowns into the insane drama behind the scenes in Formula One, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the damn bell. Because this 2025 season, it's not just a race calendar, it's a high-speed F******ing drama, packed with upgrades, mind games, comebacks, betrayals, and moments that'll make your heart pound like a jackhammer. And we'll be right here for every twist, turn, and WTF moment. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you at the next one.